Hi, we're the Angels in Hawaii, and we are doing a show with Hawaii Wellness Directory today. So if you haven't heard of us before, again, we are the Angels in Hawaii, and we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. My name is Susan Gemini, and I go by the Angel in Hawaii. I'm an angel intuitive and now a teacher of angels, and this came about probably around 10 years ago. I was just kind of living my life normally, and all of a sudden I started seeing in what I call the fourth dimensional world. In the fourth dimensional world, you'll be able to see masters, you'll be able to see Christ, you'll be able to see what we call angels, and a lot of other energies that work with what we call either the higher power or God or whatever it is that you think is out there that is the creator. So when I started seeing in this fourth dimension, I tried to learn as much as I could about what was happening and what was going on. And a lot more people today are in normal jobs and normal lifestyles, and all of a sudden they are starting to have feelings that there's something else out there, or they're starting to see with their third eye and are getting curious about what that is. And that's how most of my students come to me, is they are already having sightings with their third eye, already having feelings intuitively, clairvoyantly, clairsentiently, with a knowing that there's more out there and they're wanting to learn more about it. So that's what I do, is I teach now, and I help you understand how to get in touch with your angels and how to, if you want to learn, like do an angel reading. The angels are big on chakras, and a lot of people now are starting to know a lot more about chakras. It's becoming more mainstream. If you go to an acupuncturist, they're going to talk about your chakras. If you go to yoga, they're going to talk about your chakras. If you do any type of martial arts like Qigong or Tai Chi, they're going to teach you about your chakras. But your chakras are your energy centers. It's your spiritual body, basically, that you need in order to be in your physical body here on earth. Because it's your energy body, it needs healing on every level. And what happens with that spiritual body is when it's not having a healing, or it's at dis-ease in any way, that will affect you either physically in your physical body, or mentally, or emotionally. So that's why it's really important to take care of your spiritual body. And that's what the angels really want you to learn about, is your true self here in this world, which is a energy body in a physical being body. And then what then I also teach at my workshops is angel medicine, how to use the angel's energy to heal anything in your life. And you learn mediumship, which is talking to your loved ones on the other side, and channeling work. I think channeling work to me is probably my life purpose, my life passion. I truly believe that when you are able to channel your higher self, your angels, because everyone has guardian angels, and when you're able to channel God, you are God, you have God in every part of your being, and when you can channel that energy, it's better than any life coach you can go to, it's better than any psychic you can go to, it's better than anything there is where you're questioning outside of yourself or trying to get an answer outside of yourself. When you can channel that energy from Creator, from your guardian angels, or from the masters you work with in whatever it is that you're doing in your life, for your relationships, for your work, for wanting to know what your life purpose is, for healing anything with health issues, that is, to me, the key in life, is being able to channel those energies that are there for you all the time that your physical eyes aren't able to see. So that's what I do, is I teach you how to get in touch with those. And if you want to do that professionally, you'll be able to learn how. But really, I think it's all about a personal journey. All of you, thank you, Aldine. She's always helping me in my workshops too. It's definitely a personal journey, just to really know that you have so many energies out there that are around you, guiding you all the time. So what I want to do right now is I want to just introduce some of the angels in Hawaii. They've been certified at different times, so they're doing different things in their life. And just know that when you are are kind of walking a path of spiritualism or healing work, normally the universe doesn't stop you with one modality. Normally when you just start opening that door to any type of spiritual healing, the universe and the creator and your guides will definitely take you down a road of what's next, what's next, what's next. And it's very interesting to hear their stories. So I'm going to start with Aldine. Aldine, tell us about yourself.
Well, for me, I really think anybody should take Susan's classes because you go to school and you take care of your mind. You go to school to learn things. Then when you're worried about your body, you're going to go to the gym and work out your body. Well, tell me if anybody goes somewhere to learn about your spirit, and here your spirit is your essential self. And so when you go to Susan's classes, she introduces you to angels, and angels are non-denominational, and they're very warm, feely, kind of genuine energies that kind of bring you in. And so I really recommend...
Kind of like Aldine's personality. She's a perfect example of an earth angel.
I really recommend anybody who wants to learn more about their self or themselves to come to Susan's classes, because the more you learn about the energies around you, the more you learn about who you really are.
That's very true. Now you came, it was years ago, right? And what do you think guided you to come, and what do you feel has changed since the classes?
Well, I first started because I read a lot of Doreen Virtue's books, and Susan and I connected, and then I realized that Susan was certified by Doreen Virtue. And I think over the years, you just see how it applies to your life every single day. And there's a lot of synchronicities that come about, and I think originally we start out not being sensitive enough to be aware of what's around you. And as you get more educated into your spiritual self, then you begin to see things and look at signs. I mean, yesterday I got 3 white feathers, and white feathers mean that the angels are there, and I just kind of smiled and thanked the angels, and I needed them at the time I saw them, so that was very good signs for me. But it's amazing how you apply what you learn, and I think that's the part that would cause you to change. So of course over the years, Susan's perspective on how she can move things along, her audience is a little bit different, the energies in the world is a little bit different, so everything needs to be adjusted. But I really, really think taking her class is a wonderful investment in yourself.
That's wonderful. Thank you. All right, and Cathy, tell us about yourself.
Yes, I'm Cathy Yasuda. I've moved here about 11 years ago from New York City, and I've always been interested in spirituality. I was always looking for answers because something about the very fixed way of looking at life just didn't agree with me. And I took workshops after workshops, I went to readings, I went to anything that I thought would help me understand my spirit better. And what I love about Susan's classes is that I first learned about Susan from her products, and I used her products for years.
And Cathy's talking about these. These are angel sprays. That
also has healing oils,
and
salts.
Clearing salts. And these were channeled to me from the angels, and they clear your space. A lot of people know about sage, and sage clears your space, but when you use sage, it clears all the energy. It's a really good medicinal herb to use when you need the whole room cleansed. Let's say you had something either negative happen in the room or wherever it is that you're clearing, or anything that just doesn't feel right, you'd want to use sage. But if you have good energy in that room, the sage will also clear that energy, and that's what these sprays are for. They're to add to the energy and just clear out the negative. Plus, if you're working like us as healers and you have the next client coming, you need something very quick without a lot of smoke to clear. So if you're interested in the products at all, you can get those at Sedona here in Hawaii at the Ward Center.
And so anyway, basically I used your products for years, but I never really connected with you until Sedona actually had a mini workshop on how to use your products. And when I went to your that mini workshop, everything just seemed to come together. Everything that I've learned from all these different workshops and different teachers, everything just seemed to click. And I basically started to take your courses because I wanted to learn how to heal myself instead of relying on other people to do it for me. So I started with your basic angel therapy classes, and then I went to Reiki and got certified in Reiki and just went on. And I never dreamt that I would actually be working with people as a healer, but I am enjoying it, and I actually have gone to Japan. I speak and read and write Japanese fluently, so I have some clients that I work with in Japan as well, and it's a really wonderful way to live. It also makes everything clear, and everything just sort of makes sense to me now. Instead of relying on other people's words or other people's advice, I know how to consult my own higher self.
Channel that energy.
I know how to channel the energy. I know how to work with the angels, not just the angels, but also ascended masters. I know how to communicate directly with God. So everything just sort of clicked for me, and it's been wonderful ever since.
Well, and just a quick note on the channeling. Every time my students come to the channeling class, and I tell them, okay, today's the day that you're going to learn, because we build on each workshop. So they're not ready at the first week, but by the 5th week or the 5th workshop, they're ready for the channeling. And when they get there, they are just like in disbelief that they're going to be able to channel angels. And I say, okay, today, not only are you going to channel angels, but I'm going to teach you how to channel God. I'm going to teach you how to channel masters. I'm going to teach you how to channel crystals or minerals. What else do we channel? We channel
Carrots.
Food, carrots, we channel flowers. You are a part of everything that's in this universe, which means that you have like a library of information and the codes to every single thing on this earth. You have access to it. Now, there is a part of free will, and when it comes to other people or even other planets, you absolutely have to ask permission to access information, so you don't want to break any free will codes. But everything that God put here, nature, the oceans, the sky, the trees, the animals, that is all a part for you to access and to be one with. And you have full access to that and to channel that energy. And they're in always disbelief when they come to the channeling class, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to channel angels, let alone, you know, crystals and flowers and things like that. And everyone always is able to channel, and they're always so pleasantly surprised at the different personalities when you're channeling, let's say, the angels, which are very harmonic, and it's like listening to the music up in heaven. And then when you channel creator's energy, if you want to call that God's energy, it is like a very, very wise master or wise father who's very to the point. It's very big energy, but not a lot of words. And it's just a big energy that comes to you. And then when you channel a crystal or a flower, it's going to be like a little 3-year-old that just can't stop talking to you, but that is so wise and has intelligence that is probably beyond us humans, but they just want to talk all day in these cute little voices. Aldine is really good at hearing the stones and all their little personalities and their little voices and their little faces and things like that. So it definitely...
I channeled my mom.
Okay, and we're going to talk to Heidi now, but Heidi, I just wanted to warn you, we can't bleep anything. So,
Okay.
so this is Heidi, and I'm just teasing her.
Hi, well, I guess I'll
Tell
start
us
like
about
you guys
yourself,
did.
definitely.
Okay, I came to Hawaii in 2006. I was drawn here to the ancient mountaintops of Lemuria. I've been a soul seeker since I was a kid. I always knew there's some kind of universal life force energy out there, and I wasn't going to find it in religion or whatever. Read tons of books, and I took est and got here, took psi, and then I got involved in signature cell healing. And then one day I was surfing on the web and came across Susan's website. I was like, wow, look at that. There's hands-on tools to be able to get in touch with angels, and then to manifest these tools, or these powers or whatever. And so I went to her workshop, and it was just so cool and relaxed and modern. This is how we do it. This is, we're going to channel crystals, or we're going to learn about our chakras and clearing our chakras, and giving readings. Did I say giving readings on people?
And mediumship.
And so it's just been a real joy. And so now the way I use that in my life is I just feel so connected to this universal life force. And I ask for assistance from the angels all the time. And just I have to share this. This is kind of a cool little thing that happened. I was flying from California to Hawaii right after Christmas and before New Year's this last year. And I was on the plane, and they have that game, who can guess the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, angels, if you're really here with me right now, tell me what that time is, right down to the minutes, hour, minute, and seconds. And so I got it. I got the time. I got this. I wrote it down. I passed in the card, and holy, they called my time down to 100th of a second. I couldn't believe it. So when I won, the guide to Hawaii, it was no big deal. It's this book, but it was way bigger. It was so powerful, and the angels were there. They validated exactly. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I got it down to the 100th of a second. And I would have got it exactly, but I didn't trust that last. I knew it was an 11, but I put down 12. Anyway, so it's been very powerful in my life to know what people are thinking, and we are all connected. We can't. The universe knows, like Susan always says, whatever we're thinking, we put out there. The universe knows. We all know each other, what we're thinking. We can't hide behind that anymore. We can, but I can't anymore. I need to let people know and be engaged with life and what's going on and sharing. Now I have a whole bunch of new tools I help people to clear chakras and give readings and give Reiki healings. Oh yeah, Reiki certification too is the other one. So I'd highly recommend your workshops.
Thank you. And I just want to tell you that the reason I'm so passionate in everyone getting to know their guardian angels is because they can help you with literally anything. There's not a psychic out there that can tell you anything about your future. You make your future. Psychics can tell you what's coming in your future if you apply you yourself to that path. But unless you apply yourself to that path, there won't be anything that you're wanting or that you'll be able to see in your future. And that's why I think it's important, because life is not as laxy-go-daisy as you may think. You really are here as a creator, and just like as if you were putting a business plan together, that's kind of what you need to be doing with your life here. You need to put a business plan together, what path you want to go down, and then as you go down that path, you have all this support. You have your angels, your guardian angels with you that are going to be with you until the last day you leave here, and then they'll still be with you. But what I'm trying to say is you're never alone. And then the universe gets on board with whatever it is that you've decided for your life path here. Everyone's always so worried about a life purpose. You have so many life purposes that there's really no reason to worry about your life purpose, because if you do that, you're not being in the now. And you're always stuck at, what's my life purpose? What's my life purpose? You have every day a new life purpose. Every single day is a new life purpose. And whatever today's life purpose is yes, it may be molding you for what you would consider or what you would rate the more important life purpose. But without today's life purpose of whatever it is you're supposed to be learning, whatever it is you're supposed to be studying, whatever it is you're supposed to be exercising, whatever it is that you're supposed to be concentrating on or putting your attention into, which should be always serving your highest purpose, that's what will make it your maybe more important life purpose in the future. So every day is a life purpose. No, there's not a life purpose that is the most important, let's say 10 years from now. It is today. Today is your life purpose. What the angels really recommend if you're really serious about moving on the path of your life purpose, is definitely detoxifying yourself. And a good way to do that is to start really thinking about the food that you are ingesting. You know, fruits and vegetables, especially organic, are going to be a higher vibration. And I always say support your local farmers here in Hawaii so we're not polluting the oceans and shipping that food over. A lot of water. Keeping the sugars and the white flours and anything packaged or frozen or in a box, you know, making that more of a small part of your week in eating, and just really making that high intake, the vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Spending a lot of time out in nature, spending time with animals, anything where you are spending time childlike, that is going to clear your mind and really help you get on a path of what is your life purpose here. A lot of people think that their life purpose also could be your career. Most likely, what I've seen is 75% of the population is not doing their life purpose. Their career is specifically what they've been either taught or society has made them believe, or it's paying the bills, which is okay. But when you're denying your life purpose, you're denying your spirit. When you deny your spirit, you will automatically become at dis-ease, which will eventually cause disease. Disease isn't always physical. I think some of the worst disease that's out there is mental, like stress or depression. I think it actually kills people. And I also think that any type of a mental disease like stress or depression automatically will then bring on something physical, maybe like cancer or something worse. So you really want to be working on whatever your life purpose is, and your angels will absolutely help you with that. We'd all like you to come down and get introduced to your angels. Us angels in Hawaii, we hold it's free, no charge at all. We hold a free healing fair every 3 months, and our next one is on June 15th, which is a Saturday, 2013 we're in, right? And that's at 1132 Bishop Street. And it's from 11 to 2. The angels in Hawaii will be giving free Reiki, and I recommend everyone trying Reiki. It's a energy healing that is just really like a shower of beautiful energy. To try some angel medicine, we do angel medicine, we're doing angel readings, and we're now doing Native American readings because a lot of my students have now gotten more wiser. And what else are we doing down there? High heart, we're doing high heart healings, which when you clear out the high heart, a lot of people know about the heart chakra, but you actually have another chakra called the high heart. And that's the one Heidi was talking about where she was saying all our hearts are connected, and it's actually through the high heart. The high heart can help you bring in your twin flame or your soulmate. So, and if you've already got your twin flame or soulmate, your high heart can help you bring in your life love, which is your true spirit. So we really, really ask you to come down and check us out, or go to my website. It has all the information, which is angelinhawaii.com. And they also have the certified healers on the website. If you ever want a reading, you can try one with them. And again, that's angelinhawaii.com. Angel blessings.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha.
All right.
Very good. The jokes for me is like, I'm not gonna